down in the den, so go tell a friend. The best podcast on earth's about to begin. We got jokes and news and movie reviews. After Dark NC-17 with the crew. Interviews with the best artists around. So like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now. Let's go. Like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now. Welcome to Down in the Den. It's your boy Marz, and you could have picked any place in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. Today, joining me is an extremely talented artist and a super cool guy, Pimp Fried Rice. How's this new year been treating you?
It's been fucking awesome so far, bro. How's everything been for you?
Man, another day in paradise. If it got any better, they'd have to arrest me. They'll probably do that anyway, but
that's never a good day. So let's keep it what you not getting arrested, though.
Exactly. So for the den mates and the friends of the den who have not heard of Pimp Fried Rice, he is an extremely talented artist, producer, engineer. He's the man behind some of your favorite smash hits, and he's an incredible artist himself. So we're going to have a little bit of fun in the den like we always do. So let's get rocking. So one thing that is and is it okay if I call you PFR? We're going to go with PFR?
PFR, Pimp, Rice, it don't matter. Call me whatever, bro.
I'll call you Pimp. I like Pimp. So for me, I am a big hippie, a big nerd, all the cool things in life. I love music. So one thing that I've noticed as a nerd, I grew up loving comic books. That was my thing. The colors, the stories, the things that just let you escape. And one thing that is traditional, all heroes, supervillains, whatever it may be, they have an origin story, something that turned them into Lex Luthor or turned them into Batman. What is your origin story? How did you discover your passion for creating music?
Well, when I was 3 years old, bro, I got bit by a radioactive music note. And ever since then, I just been having like insanely beautiful noise pouring out of every pore of my body. And that's it.
Which more people got bit by that bug? Because there's a lot of music out there. Where did you kill that bug? Did you kill it?
Bro, I got that shit in a jar. I've been like infecting people slowly. I just find the right potential people, and then when they're not looking, I throw the bug on them real quick. They get bit, and then boom, I'm gonna sign them all. Have a record label. I'm gonna P Diddy the fuck out this world, bro. I'm gonna just dance in all their music videos.
I love it. Hopefully the deals won't be as bad as the Diddy deals, but other than that,
it won't. Nah, but no, the real origin story though is way less exciting. Basically, I actually grew up in a super religious household where I was not allowed to really listen to like any type of music besides like church hymnal music and then like kids bop type shit, basically like Disney Channel type music, like all that type of stuff. And so I was a gymnast for like 10, 12 years. And when I would go to gymnastics practice, they would have music playing. And that's where I first found rap music. I was probably like 8 or 9 years old. And that shit literally became like a crack to me. Like I had to hide it from my family. Like I couldn't like tell them like I would like be enjoying this rap music. Like I would have like a secret iPod and everything like that. And literally just like geek out every time that I was like at the gym. Cause it's like I would find these new songs, new artists, and I would just try and learn all the lyrics. And then from there, it kind of just progressed to me basically making music in my friend's basement when we were, I would say like 13 is when I really like put together my first song. And pretty much since then have just been learning and dabbling. I was a rapper for the majority of that time, started producing at about 18, and then kind of took that as my main direction for a while. And now I'm back as an artist, producer. Basically, any way I can make music, I'm trying to do that shit now because that radioactive music note the virus keeps spreading. You know what I'm saying?
Got to keep it at bay. And before you get it, you have to release some music or you'll be completely envelope with it's like the Venom symbiote. I love it. I
actually like swell up like really big. I get puffy and blotchy if I don't make music. It's crazy, bro. Like pus starts coming out. It's not a pretty sight. So constant music.
I love it. Now you mentioned that you started off as a rapper, then went more into the producer. Now you're back as an artist. They're very similar hats, but also different. Which one do you enjoy more, or is it equal? Is it just getting the music out?
It really depends on the day, but I would say like it kind of happened in waves. So like obviously when I was mainly a rapper, my main focus was just writing lyrics, getting the story out, being an artist. But then the reason I became a producer was actually because I didn't really have a lot of friends on the same type of time musically as me. So like I was going on YouTube for beats and stuff like that. And I just got to the point where I was like, I'm so sick of finding the same sounds of beats on YouTube. And I didn't know where to go. So I was like, I'm going to start learning how to produce for myself. I got like the demo version of FL Studio where you can't even like save your projects. Literally, I would have to like leave my computer open for like 2 weeks at a time with the same unsaved project to finish it. And yeah, just started learning how to produce and fell in love with it. Like to the point to where I stopped rapping for pretty much, yeah, like 4 or 5 years. And then now I would say I kind of like them both hand in hand. Like it's kind of like the whole process of just music creation. But it definitely was like rap first, then producing became my love. And now it's just like the entire process, even engineering, even just like ghostwriting for people, sitting in the studio, just offering creative feedback, like any way I can be involved in the process, it's literally the best feeling.
That's a beautiful outlet. Now, do you remember who was the first rap artist that you fell in love? Do you remember that artist or that song?
I don't remember the artist. I mean, I don't remember no, I don't remember a specific artist, but I remember the song. The first song that I ever remember learning the lyrics to was Temperature by Sean Paul.
Oh
And
man, that's a hell of a song. I love Sean Paul, and I don't know any words he's saying in any song. That's effing impressive.
That's what I'm saying, right? So it's like, of course, I picked the hardest song to learn for the first one, but I just remember, I think I was at like a family reunion and my cousin was singing it. And like I had already kind of heard rap at that time, but like never really anything stuck out. And my cousin kept singing the like, I got the right temperature. And I was like, oh, what is that?
On it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know like all the words, but I could like, fake my way through the chorus at least so I sound like I know what I'm saying. But that was the first moment where it's like, no, this is something special.
Nice, nice. And I love hearing the story. That's one of the reasons we start every interview with the origin story, because we do other creatives, painters, directors, but mostly we focus on music here. It's my biggest passion. And I always tell people, with me, I have four main sources for my love of music. My love of old school rock and soul, Queen, Earth, Wind, and Fire, things of that
Hell
nature.
yeah.
That's
Hell yeah.
specifically my dad. When he was in Vietnam, he brought all these records back, and we used to have a den where the records were on the wall, and he would quiz me and say, who is this? And I'm like, okay, it's Queen. You're my best friend. Okay, this is David Bowie. He gave me.
Is that where the name came from? Like for the den?
Yeah, well, it's an acronym, and from that, it reminds me of when I would listen to 45s. My dad, he was old school, so he didn't have a CD player. He still had his 45s and his 8-track. Right. And he would pull the record out and he would quiz me, and that was the den. And then it's also an acronym for dreams end nightmares. I say if you help people follow their dreams, it kind of ends the nightmare state of reality. So it's some.
No, that's beautiful, bro. I love that. No, I love that, bro. That's fire. Keep that shit going.
Thank you. So it's always interesting, especially people that grew up. I was a bit of a heathen, so I didn't have to go to church. So my dad, he gave me my love for rock and country, old real country like Patsy Cline and Johnny Cash. That was attributed to my father. My brother, who was 10 years older than me, had me listening to the most gangster rap shit. And I had no business. I was like 5 listening to Too Short. I dressed up as Eazy-E for Halloween when everyone else was like Power Rangers.
That's funny. You got like the little fake bags of crack and shit like that.
Little Jerry curl, and the hat, the little Compton hat or Raiders hat, and
the chain, the whole works.
Absolutely. And then Beavis and Butthead, when I became a teenager, that was my favorite cartoon, and they looked at a ton of rock music.
So you just like,
Great Cornholio. Yeah, metal. I am the Great Cornholio. You have TP for my ball. Yeah, exactly. So that gave my passion for rock music and alternative music. And then my best friend, who was my roommate, this dude loved boy bands in the 90s boy bands.
Like NSYNC type shit?
NSYNC. He was more of a Backstreet guy, but yeah, all of it. And
it's always one of the two.
Always one of the two. And I would laugh at him, and 2 minutes later, I'm like, after all of my, and I'm like, oh shit, am I singing Backstreet Boys? So that's my core. Those are the 4 pillars of my music love.
Nah, I dig that. I'm actually reading a book right now. I think it's called like Inside the Music Business or something along that. No, Inside the Song Machine. And it actually talks about This guy whose name's Max Martin. I don't know if you're
Max Martin
familiar
out
with
of
him.
Sweden. Max Martin out
Yep.
of Sweden. He is
Yes,
responsible
sir.
for Britney Spears and Sync. That trust me.
Yep. And I'm at the part where they're talking about like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, and how he really had a pivotal role in all these people. And it's just like, it's so crazy, like that whole time period and like the way people are looking at the creation of music and just like everything like that as a whole different entity than what it is today. So it's super cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It is it the good thing about music, I tell people you don't need labels anymore. It's nice to have the backing of the labels, but if your product speaks for itself, you can really it's just a payola. That's a whole nother topic. But as
No, that's a
far
fact, bro. I always preach to artists, I don't need a label. And that doesn't even just mean a record label. That means a label in life. You don't need to call yourself a rapper or a producer. Like if you just do what makes you happy and you benefit the world and you do everything to the best of your ability, fuck a label, bro. Fuck the
big
box
fat,
society tries to put you in.
big fats. I always call it creatives. Doesn't matter what you do. If you're a
Yep.
creative, it could be music. One day I may want to do a song. One day I may want to write a movie. One day I want to take photography. It's just a creative. It's a mind state.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So last year was pretty busy for you. You released a ton of singles of yourself. You produced a ton of songs for friends and other artists. What's on the horizon for 2022? What can we look forward to you?
All right, so I'm actually working on my first album in a long fucking time because I actually was preaching against albums to artists because it's like, nah, bro, put out singles
Singles,
is
right?
better for a marketing strategy and everything else. But then I recently have been going through a breakup that happened back in October. I was with my girl for about 7 years. And like the past 4 months of my life, I had a lot of dramatic shit happen. Like I moved twice in a matter of a month. I had that breakup. I had just a lot of moves and changes going on. And so I kind of took all that emotions and feelings from that time period and just wrote as many songs as I could. And I'm compiling all that together. And I was like, not so much that I want to do an album, but I just feel like all of these are cohesive enough that it needs to be a project. You know what I mean? And
That's
so,
key.
yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. It's called Runaway. And that's hopefully if all the stars align and everything falls into place, is coming out March 18th. I'm sorry. And I'm kind of tying that hand in hand with basically running away from Pennsylvania, which is where I live right now, on March 21st. I'm going to go to Atlanta and start really like putting balls to the wall with this music shit and like risk everything. So
No risk, no reward. And of course, Atlanta, I like to call it the new Wakanda. I think it's a perfect place for you. Uh,
yeah, it's the mecca for rap right
it's the
now.
mecca for hip hop music, really the music industry in general.
Facts.
And those are some gems. So friends of the Den, creatives that are listening, my man Pimp has dropped some serious gems. You know, the days of the big album rollouts are really kind of done unless you have a theme. The albums that are succeeding, you see The Weeknd, he does these themes, he does these albums where he gets into a character and he has these cohesive stories. Those are the things that are really missing, but it's nothing wrong with hitting 12 months, 12 singles. Hey, that's fine.
Facts.
You can do that till you find your vibe or find what hits. So it's smart strategy.
Yeah.
Now, I find the most talented artists that I come across always have a very diverse palette when it comes to their own personal taste in music. I gave you a little bit of my background on my diversity of music. Who is one artist that if someone was to stumble upon your phone and got on your playlist, that they would be shocked to see that you listen to a little guilty pleasure of yours?
A little guilty pleasure. Okay. That's a good one because I feel like a lot of people who know me just know that I'm kind of like all over the place with the shit that I listen to. One band I've been super into lately that I kind of got into last year is Rainbow Kitten Surprise. And
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard any of their music, but the music does not sound like the name would imply. I highly suggest starting with their song Free Fall, which kind of blew up on TikTok, which is how it got like a resurgence. But check that shit out, bro. It'll just put you in like such a dope little mood. Like it's one of those songs where like you got to have a blunt rolled, just sit there. It's super simplistic. It's super groovy. And then, yeah, just run their catalog from there. Like Cocaine Jesus is another good song. Yeah, but Rainbow Kitten Surprise.
Name alone is getting a spin. I'll
Right,
definitely check that
right.
out. I love. I tell people, give it to me. Give me. Sometimes I'll just go on my page and say, give me some new music to listen to. I need it in
Yes.
my. Just put it in my veins right now.
Right. Let me get bit by that music note bug.
Exactly, exactly. So, Pimp, now is the time. We've learned about how you became the pimp that you are. We learned about your love of music, your discovery, but now we got to make you official. We got to get you that den mate stamp. In order to do that,
Okay.
I sound like Jigsaw every time I do this, but we have to play a game. so,
Ah!
so
Hopefully I don't lose any fingers.
Right. So if you notice, there's a chain on your foot. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, if you look down, you have both legs restrained at this
Right.
moment.
If you hit that button, you'll see your best friend tied up. So
Yeah, right.
the
Open your
choice
closet
is
door.
yours. So the game that you've drawn is one of our favorite games. It's been a smashing success, and it's called "If You Don't Know, Now You Know, Baby, Baby." Shout out to Big.
Yes,
This
sir.
is a hot fire game. We're gonna give you some quick random questions. They won't make any cohesive sense, and that's the fun part about it. And it's really
It's like
gonna
how my
let
brain works. That's perfect.
mine too, mine too. And it'll really let the den mates and the friends of the den really get to know the man behind the myth. Are you ready?
Let's get it.
All right. So the first, if you don't know, now you know question. What was your favorite cartoon growing up?
Fuck, man. See, it always so I can't just give a quick answer, but I'm gonna try and give a quick one and just say Family Guy. So we'll do speed round and say Family Guy on that one.
Hey, great choice. I love Family Guy. For me, it was the X-Men cartoon from the 90s.
Yes,
Oh
yes, that was a
my.
solid one.
I've been
That was a
waiting for
solid
my
one,
mutant powers for 25 years.
bro.
And
Every time I watch a superhero movie, I have that same feeling. Like you jump out your chair, just like I can do anything. Like
just one moment. Now, although I'd probably be a bad guy to be completely forthcoming.
100%, bro.
Yeah,
I'm robbing everybody.
if I'm really super rich.
I'm taking over the world, baby, one day at a time.
Absolutely. All right. So the next, if you don't know now, you know question. Who was your celebrity childhood crush growing up?
Selena Gomez, no doubt.
Good choice. To me, it was Topanga from Boy Meets World.
She's bad too, bro.
This day,
Also a bad one.
Shout out Danielle. You know, but never.
Holler at me, Danielle.
Right, holler at your boy. Hit me in the D.
What's up, Selgo? Hit my DMs.
Slide in the den if you know what I mean.
You dig.
Now, if you were not making music, what do you think you'd be doing?
Fuck. I'd probably be like a really boring ass person working in like a pharmacy. I'd have like a bald spot. And I would just like go home and eat TV dinners, and that would be it. And I would just like never have fun because music is my life.
Man, that is not an existence worth living. So I'm so glad that music unplugged you from the matrix. I love that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You got to just disconnect and then reconnect to something bigger.
Absolutely. Now, you have been given to the ability to bring back one legend in their prime. Is it Bowie, Prince, or Hendrix?
Bowie.
Great choice. Great choice.
It's
Shout
Bowie.
out to Bowie. Final question on.
All right, let's go.
On this one. You can have one: money, power, or respect. What do you choose?
It's between power or respect for sure, but I might go power. I might go power.
Good choice. Good choice. You know what that means? It's official like a referee with a whistle. Den mate affiliated. You've been stamped. You earned your stamp, brother. We'll put sound effects and everything. Post is fine.
Crowd goes wild.
Crowd goes wild. Absolutely. So, brother, it has been a blast getting to chat with you, getting to know you, having a little fun, having some laughs with you. Welcome to the Den. It's a family. We will we'll send you some merch. We'll also get you in line with all of the other artists that we work with for networking purposes. And what I'd like for you to do, you've earned the floor. You've done a fantastic job. Let the friends of the Den know where they can find you, social media, any merch, anything that you want to plug. The floor is yours. It's all yours.
Appreciate you. Well, first off, I want to say thank you for having me on. This has been dope. I always like to do interviews where it's not just the typical, where are you from? who's your favorite inspirations? Like, you get to do a little bit outside the box shit, so that's always fun. I appreciate that. My name's Pimp Fried Rice. You can find me everywhere. Pimp Fried Rice 610. That's Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. My music is Pimp Fried Rice on every streaming platform. It's 3 words, not one big word. I low-key hate when everybody does that. Pimp Fried Rice. That's pretty much it. I got an album coming out March 18th. I keep saying the wrong date. March 18th. And I got a single coming out in 2 weeks on Friday. I don't know the actual date, but be sure to look out for that one, guys. And thank you again, Marz. This has been amazing.
It's been my pleasure. It's been my pleasure. Thank you again. So please, guys, please check out Pimp Fried Rice. He's super dope. You know I'm batting 1,000. I only have the hottest, dopest artists.
That's a fact.
Yeah, it's really that simple. So please check him out, stream him, tell him Marz send you, blow up his page, spam. Send my sign on all his stuff. Let him know that Marz sent you and that you saw him here. Check out that album on March 18th, coming out. Check out the single 2 weeks from now. Check that out. And as always, peace, love, unity, respect, deuces.
See you, dude.
So like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now. Let's go. Like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now.